A warm welcome to you all to this session. Today in this video, I will be discussing about the case studies of residential and office building. First, we have to know what is a residential building. The building used for dwelling purposes is known as residential building. A residential building is defined as the building which provides more than half of its floor area for dwelling purposes. In other words, it provides sleeping accommodation with or without working or dining or both facilities, so that residential are those in which one resides permanently or for a considerable long time. Here we can see the residential building type. First one is single family home, duplex, apartment buildings, condominium, townhouse, villa and bungalow. So what is a single family home? Single family residential buildings are most often called houses or homes. Multi-family residential building containing more than one dwelling unit are called as duplex, or an apartment building numerous buildings at a single place. Next one is condominium. It is an apartment that the occupant owns rather than rents. Townhouse or multi-floor homes that share 1 to 2 walls with adjacent properties but have their own entrances. In the suburbs, townhouses are often uniform homes built in a distinct community that may have its own homeowners association. So next type is villa. A villa is a type of house that was originally an ancient Roman upper class country house. Next one is bungalow. A bungalow is a system of house or cottage that is typically either a single story or as a second half or partially story that is built into a sloped roof. So first we know what is a case study. Case study is doing for the research to collect and analysis the merit and demerit of the buildings. So first we start with the case study 1, residential building which is located in Ethiopia. Here we can see what are all the merits and demerits of this house and what are all the building profiles. So in the building profile, it is a residential house. The type is bungalow. It's only ground story. Number of rooms 5. Size of site is 120 meters square. In the plan we can say it has a L-shaped orientation. It has number of rooms 5, which includes all the bedrooms and so on. Location of house. The house is located near from the main road, so the householder is easily can get transportation and shopping. It is the main merit of this house. Let me see what are all the demerit of the house. Location of the house is also a merit and demerit for this type because it is located near from the main road, so that the householder is affected by the car noises and peoples. It is not quiet and convenient for living. Then the beautification of the building. On the surrounding there are a lot of unwanted plants. In the image we can see, and there are so many grubby in the surrounding. The house is not that much attractive for the viewer. Next one is the solar light. They don't get that much light from the morning sun because there are 2 big trees that are located in front of the house. The next thing is the roof system. The roof system is not pitched roof, it is flat, so they can easily affected by the warm temperature. According to the householder, there are no enough space for children bedroom in the house and you don't have a kitchen. Let me see what are the beautification of the building. It is well pastured, circulation and space. The surrounding have so many free space, so the householder easily circulate and they can put different things on the surrounding, for example car and materials. And then orientation, the house is surrounded by a big fencing. Because of this, they get good air. The next type of the residential building, case study 2, which is located in America. The foundation type is poured concrete walls. Foundation visibility, 10% of the foundation was visible. Basement type is traditional finished. Columns are not visible. Floor structure, concrete and wood joist. Wall structure, wood frame. Ceiling structure, joist and trusses. Roof structure, trusses. And in exterior walls appears to be plumb. Observation, the roof coverings appear to be in good condition. In the image we can see, the steep pitch of the roof should result in a longer than normal life expectancy for roof coverings. The roof showed no evidence of any leaks. The roof type is asphalt shingle. Roof material is metal. Chimney is also metal. Roof drainage system, galvanized steel. Drainage discharge, downspouts with drain extensions, discharge above grade away from foundation. And the exterior, description of exterior, wall covering, exterior doors and trim. In wall coverings, it is an exterior insulated finish system brick, exterior doors, solid wood metal sliding glass window or door frames, and trim vinyl covered wood. The building is very pleasant to see. And then third case study, which is in India, the Solar Passive Design Building. It is an office building, Transport Corporation of India Limited, Gurgaon. So it is situated in Haryana. The total area of the building is 3058 meter square, out of which 2607 meter square conditioned and 251 meter square non-conditioned area, which is located in Haryana. The year and completion, the start of completion of this project is 1998 to 1999. So total built up area is 2750 meter square. Here we can see the plan. We have to know what are all the design features in this type of office building. Inward looking compact form with control exposure. Two types of windows designed. Peep windows for possible cross ventilation and view, the other being for daylighting. The courts towards which the building has more transparency have structural framework to provide support for shading screens. Landscaping acts as a climate modifier. The windows reveals of the peep window cut out summer sun and let in winter sun. Adjustable ventile blends in double window sandwich to cut off insulation and allow daylight. Polyurethane board insulation on wall and roof. Fountain court with water columns as environment moderator. Building systems designed so as to draw upon external environment to supplement the air conditioning system. Eco-friendly absorption technology adapted for air conditioning. Careful planning of air distribution system is adapted. Air conditioning standards set by acceptance level of office staff and not by the international norms. Energy efficient lighting systems and daylight interaction with controls, optimization of structure and reduction of embodied energy by use of less energy intensive material. So the next one is building design, orientation, northeast and southwest orientation. This helps in receiving less radiation, which results in lesser heat gains and reduced the overall air conditioning requirements and hence saves energy. Proper orientation also helps in receiving natural light and ventilation. The next one is building height. Minimum height above the ground level to limit exposure to external conditions. Recessed windows to reduce external solar heat gains. The next one is water body. fountain to flow over extensive surfaces to maximize evaporation. Water evaporation has a cooling effect in the surroundings. So the next one is wall, 230 mm brick, 25 mm insulation, 25 mm dry red stone cladding. Insulation helps retain cool in summer and heat in winter and acts as a soundproof. This can create a major impact on indoor thermal comfort of the building. The next one is windows. Single glaze recessed window is used. A single glazed unit helps in integrating optimum daylight. Recessed windows and optimum windows wall ratio, which is less than ECBC standard, helps in reducing external solar heat gain. The next thing is roof. 35 mm. 35 mm thickness insulation with reflective glazed tile paving. The glazed tile reflects heat of the surface because of the high solar reflectivity and infrared emittance, which prevents heat gain and thus helps in reducing the cooling load from the building envelope. Here we can see the energy performance of the building. First one is lighting energy performance and next one is space conditioning. The annual consumption for lighting is 69232 kilowatt per hour and total built up space is 3058. Lighting performance index is 23 and the space conditioning energy performance of the building, the annual consumption 376102 kilowatt hour. HVAC performance index 144 kilowatt hour per square meter per annum. Operating cooling demand 39 square feet per TR. The next one is lighting system. The percentage of the lighting load to the total load shows that there is very less percentage of artificial lighting used in the building. The electronic ballast save approximately 20 to 30% in energy consumption over the standard ballast in the office building. Next one, the daylight interaction. Window area are minimized to 14% of the external wall area. Small peep windows at seating height and large windows at ceiling level. Small windows at the seating areas can reduce thermal discomfort. The reduced percentage of window area to wall area helps in reducing the external heat gain into the building. So, in this office building, we have seen a lot of factors including daylight interaction and about the roof and about the window type and what are all the components in the buildings.